Oh boy, guys, I don't understand sometimes what Hollywood decides to produce. How's it going, everybody? I am the Texas Man. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. This is going to be my list for the 5 worst films of 2019. Make sure you guys subscribe and you guys hit that bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on a single video coming out in the future here on the Texas Man channel. These are 5 films that came out in 2019 that were garbage and should not have been made. These films did have potential to be amazing. These films could have been up there in like the top 50, but they had so many creative decisions and storyline problems and MacGuffins and plot holes and things that just personally drives me insane. And I hope that these films are forgotten about and we never have to worry about them again in the future. But sadly, I think some of these films are going to become cult classics, and we're going to hear about these things till the end of time. So, let's start off with number one, shall we? Number one, and this is in no particular order. Number one for worst film, Terminator Dark Fate. I have already done a very lengthy review of this film here on the channel. Make sure you guys check it out. Just let's completely destroy the Terminator franchise. Let's kill John Connor within the first 5 minutes of the film. Let's completely make what happened in The Terminator and Terminator 2 Judgment Day completely worthless. Let's completely ignore everything that happened in Rise of Machines, Salvation, and Genesis. We want to make our own Terminator film that's female empowered and all about empowering women, and women are kick-ass, and that is it. Men get put to the sidelines. Arnold Schwarzenegger is nothing but a robot that does jokes, saves the day at the very end, very Arnold Schwarzenegger-like, and yeah, that's all I can say. This movie was a roller coaster of political identity politics for 2+ hours. They ruined Sarah Connor. They have this new character that's like Sarah Connor and John Connor smashed into one, and Skynet's no longer around, but it's still around because there's this another AI program called something else that I completely forget. And it's wanting to do what Genesis did, even though Genesis doesn't exist, and time travel plot holes, and just makes your head explode. It's a bad film, and I honestly enjoyed Rise of Machines, Salvation, and Genesis all put together more than Terminator Dark Fate. At least those films were trying to do something, and it didn't have to worry about the political agenda and nonsense. I own all 5 of those Terminator films on Blu-ray. I will never, ever own Terminator Dark Fate. Not even if you waved $1 billion in my face would I ever want to own this film. That's how garbage it is. Number 2, The Lion King 2019 one. Let me make sure. The Lion King 2019 one. So we know which one we're talking about, because now there's so many it's confusing. The reason I'm wearing this mask is because, my eyes are popping out of my eye socket because these films are so bad. Let's take The Lion King, the original, and rip it apart! Let's make the song Be Prepared, that's like 4.5 minutes or whatever long, and just not sing it. Let's condense it to like 15 seconds. Instead of singing it, we're going to talk that we're going to get prepared. The Lion King 2019 had no soul, no passion. Let's also talk about the fact that, can you feel the love tonight? It takes place during the daytime in this movie. forgot to shut the light off! Oh! And they added stuff into the movie, plot-wise and character-wise, and I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense, and that doesn't matter. And they kept some things like Hakuna Matata okay and the same, but it's just like, it wasn't original. And because they butchered it to death, I will no longer see any more live-action Disney films. I have seen every single one of them, except for Pete's Dragon, because honestly, that who cares about Pete's Dragon at this point in time in history? But I've seen all of them. I saw Aladdin. I saw Cinderella. I saw Jungle Book. I've seen The Lion King. They keep adding stuff in to fit Disney political identity and agenda. And they keep taking things out and they keep putting things in and taking things out and putting things in, and I'm like, I'm done. I have no interest to see Mulan coming out in 2020. I cannot stress that enough. I will not see it. There's nothing that you can do that's going to make me want to see it. Because they're either taking things out or putting things in. Taking things out, putting things in. And Disney needs to come up with something original. Quit making reboots, remakes, and sequels, people. That's why I'm like, I liked Coco, because it was different. I'm looking forward to seeing things like Soul and whatnot. But I'm like, I am so done with the Frozen sequel. I'm done. It was a good movie. Frozen 2 was good. It was really good. But it was a sequel. It was an original idea. They've milked Toy Story to death. They are milking Cars. They're milking The Incredibles. They've milked Star Wars. They're milking the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Disney, come up with something original, please. Number 3. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Dark Phoenix. Oh, you had to know this was on here too. Dark Phoenix. Let's have the person that directed and wrote the script for X-Men 3, The Last Stand. The dude that thought that film was good, doing the whole Phoenix Saga thing from the cartoons, putting it to live action. No one likes X-Men 3, The Last Stand. No one with their brain turned on properly likes that film. So let's get the guy that made the worst X-Men movie yet. Have him redo X-Men, The Last Stand, the Phoenix Saga and whatnot. Have him redo it. But instead of having those actors and actresses and all those characters, have a brand new, different batch of them, make it set into the prequel era of the X-Men films, and see how it turns out. It was bad. Just bad. I don't understand and want to understand why this was made, because it shouldn't have been. Worst X-Men movie ever. They even had to change the ending of Dark Phoenix because it was too similar to other movies that were coming out at the same time. And they didn't want to have copyright problems. So you can tell they didn't have anything really original to do. Because the ending apparently to Dark Phoenix also was so super similar to Captain Marvel that they had to change it. Oh, I'm glad the X-Men franchise has come to a close until they show up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh boy. Number 4, Countdown. What if you could have an app? What if you could have an app on your phone and it told you when you were going to die? Literally a countdown timer on a phone app telling when you were going to die. Sounds like a cool idea, right? Kind of like Final Destination. They had a cool premise and an idea. They didn't explore it and use it to its fullest potential. That's all I'm going to say. Number 5, last film of the worst films of 2019. And I've reviewed this for like 20 minutes and talked about it. Cats. Yeah, Cats. I want to put this up there almost with The Room. I don't want to talk too much about Cats in this video. It just, it doesn't have a plot, and the plot that it does have is so boring and predictable. You could summarize it in 5 minutes and move on with your life. Don't waste your time, don't waste your energy, don't waste your money watching this movie, and if you end up doing so, make sure you're drunk or high. It's bad. With that, guys, I am giving all these movies of 2019 a garbage seal of approval. These films are bad. Don't waste your time watching them, and if you have, I feel sad for you, because I'm pretty sure you guys hated them as well. If you guys like these films, please let me know, and if you guys hated them, please also let me know in the comment section down below. You guys all have an amazing day. I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.